of how social media is like right now. You talked about taking the responsibility. You're afraid of the backlash. You're afraid of being politically correct and all that kind of stuff. How do you deal with that line? Like you go, okay, I really want to support this aspect, but if I support this aspect virtually out loud, then I got all these people who is going to completely cancel me. So how do you
Yeah.
get through that space?
Well, it's kind of like the Wizard of Oz. And that's the way that I deliver it. I mean, social media to me, especially, I mean, so you brought social media. I mean, social media, the outside world, it's Oz. At the end of the day, we are, people get so worried about what other human beings are going to think, what they're going to say, how that's going to look. Realistically, think about the Wizard of Oz, right? Here's this guy that's this grand magician. People are flocking to him, right? They need to get the yellow brick road. They're going to end up at this beautiful castle, and this grand green wizard is going to make everything and all the problems go away. And people in their lives and businesses, they do the same thing. Who was the wizard? He was a little midget in a green hat that put himself on a projector that made himself look grand. So why worry about what's going on in Oz? Because all the things that happened to Dorothy in Oz didn't matter in Kansas.
Mhm.
We have to remember that there is a differentiation between Oz and Kansas. Who gives a rat's rear about Oz? Are people, I mean, really, people get so bogged down about what others are going to think. You don't know that they're as successful as they portray themselves to be. You don't know. So what do? Focus on what you do know. And what you'll find is, yeah, there are some people, my message, some people are turned off by my message sometimes, but there are also those people that are attracted to my message. And that's what you got to keep the focus on. And you're always going to have less people liking you. The more successful you become, the less people will like you, the
Mhm.
less people will support you. And so many people get stuck on that. Oh, I've got so much animosity. I've got so much negativity. That's quantity.
Mhm.
But the quality of positivity and the quality of your thoughts and your actions is what will actually attract those people. And one out of 100 people liking your message, that one is going to create 100 more that will span out. So don't get stuck in the nonsense of Oz and the rainbows and sunshine and yellow brick roads and flash. At the end of the day, when you pull the curtain back, more often than not, nobody is what they say they are. Everybody on social media is awesome, right? Like you and we're awesome on social media. On paper, I sound like $1 million. Tangible fact is what I am in Oz is what I am in Kansas. And
Mhm.
that's the behind Dorothy's story with the Wizard of Oz. Dorothy was Dorothy in and out of Oz. We have to remember, we have to be Dorothy in the fake world and in the real world. And if you do that, you're going to attract more people that live in Kansas and can roam through Oz rather than live in Oz and fear Kansas.
Success to a boat. How is success like a boat?
We all have our own ships to sail, but we can ride the tide together. Don't worry about other people's boats. Sail your own ship and you'll attract the fleet that you deserve to attract, which ironically brings this interview full circle, right?
Nicely done. So that's how success is like a boat.